What's up, traders? Coming to you live here on Instagram. We are here to talk about today's kind of market highs and lows and what's going on with XRP and the cryptocurrency market. So, time to get it. So, if you haven't already, please like or subscribe right now. Tell your friends, share this video, share with your friends. XRP is on the move. It took a slight dip today after it went up over 100% in the last 24 hours. It is going to rise higher. You know why? Because it's pent up demand. It is already the third largest currency out there due to market cap. It's retaken its position as third. It's going to be second eventually here soon as demand is going to spike. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP went up to $5. So I'd say probably 4 something it's going to hit its cap. Now, in addition to that, Kraken, if you're familiar with Kraken, they put out a document today, which actually resembles exactly what I just said. So go ahead if you are already subscribed to Kraken. If not, check out my YouTube video. I'm going to read through that in just a second. They also covered the Bitcoin collapse that I predicted as well. That's why I am short Bitcoin, and I will show you on my BitThumb portal that I am short, and I have been short for about 3 weeks, ever since those options were coming due. And I believe they are correct in their bottom, which is 44,000 to 48,000 is where they predicted that same number. And I think if you look at some of the regression lines and trend lines from previous dips, you'll see that's why, if you look at that stuff. And in addition to that, we are going to cover options plays. So be sure to check out our YouTube video. It's going to say that I lost $50,000 on Bitcoin. And you are going to see that in the stuff that I share, that I literally did lose $50,000 in the last 24 hours. But it's okay. I'm sure other people have lost more than that, but are just holding on because it's just a correction right now. So it's going to go down. It's going to be a great opportunity to buy, so I left money on the sidelines just for that. And you're going to see certain coins going up. LTC, ADA, MBX, my favorite, that also took a dip. But as Bitcoin goes down, people get less interested, and they move over to the other tokens and other currencies. So remember that. So go look for some of the currencies that were down prior to Bitcoin going down. What's going on with my hair today? Prior to Bitcoin going down, and put your money into those. Make sure they have enough volume. They're not some of those fake pump and dumps that you see hitting the market all the time. There's tons of fake pump and dumps in the cryptocurrency market. It's still happening. There's no regulation. So just avoid those. What you'll see there is low volume of trades. You'll see spikes, and then wait till some suckers get in, then they sell it off and drop. Then spikes, wait till some suckers get in, sell it off and drop. So don't fall victim to that, please. Just tune into stations like mine, like others that are talking about great tokens and currencies to be a part of. So without further ado, the stocks that I want you to take a look at, if I go into my portfolio, which I'm going to do now, they are some of the triple leverage ETFs I'm buying options in, like SOXL and UDAO. I believe those are going to have a great opportunity to rise here in the next 3 weeks. Historically in the stock market, April is the best month, and it seems to be the worst month so far for Bitcoin, starting off at least. And so what we're going to see is interest in stocks probably rising tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday. Tomorrow I'm expecting a further dip, so I'm actually not buying some of my options till then. I'm going to buy options in Qualcomm because that's one of my biggest losers, as well as Baba. And if Shopify is a big drop, that's also another big one I'm interested in. But in addition to that, there are Neo, Xpeng, CCIV, and some of the charging stations like Plug, BLNK, and CHPT that I'm looking at. So if you see a great opportunity to get in on those, make sure the options, at least for me, I'm assuming there's going to be a drop in June. So I'm taking my options into May, maybe the first week in June, and probably selling them in May. And that's my strategy. So that's it for now. And I'm looking at some options to buy into next year. So that means whatever correction that happens, with options, so there's a theory I'm going to play on. If I think there's going to be a crash in June, I may sell all my stocks and just keep options. And I'm going to keep those options, a lot of them, through to next year. So the strategy on that is that on options, there's no margin calls. So another reason is I'm going to buy a property. So you could use that same strategy if you'd like. That's my strategy. So look at some great option opportunities and make sure you sell them soon. Not so, don't hold on to them too long. I did that by mistake. I was supposed to sell Qualcomm the other day. I got distracted with my normal businesses. And of course, you have to be on those trades, and it dropped before I could sell. And then it was going to dip, and I was going to sell a put, and it dropped before I sold my put, and my put expired, and I never actually bought it. I thought I bought a put. So you got to stay on top of the market, stay on top of those things, but there's all kinds of opportunities because of these crazy swings where you could just look at the last couple of days. Look at last week. The same thing happened. There was a dip Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the market picked up back up Friday. I'm not saying that's going to happen this Friday, but next week it will be back up for sure. Again, this is entertainment purposes only. But Bitcoin, Ethereum on their way down. Litecoin, XRP, ADA, MBX, and other tokens, even NFTs, you're going to see more attention to those. You'll see some opportunities there. So buy the ones that you've been looking at, you like now, while they're still down or trending just a little bit down. You'll notice they'll be down like 3 or 5% instead of the normal up and down 13 or 20% because people aren't sure. When people aren't sure, that's the best opportunity to get in, the best opportunity to make money. So that's my message to you today. So let's go into BitThumb. Get it. And for those of you watching on Instagram, make sure, or Twitter, make sure that you come and see, or come go watch this video. You'll see me saying that I lost $50,000 to cryptocurrencies today. And I'll post that as the subject line. If you remember, my portfolio was up at 280,000. At one point, it was at 300,000, but that's only because MBX shot up to 4 cents. So you can see my whole portfolio here, everything I'm invested in. And I have $38,000 on the sidelines now. Bitcoin, I had shorted everywhere from 53,000. Let's see, I did it in margin. So the cool thing about BitThumb is you can take margin and short currencies. So let's get the screen recorder going. We got, as you can see, it's down to 56,000. Gotta fix the graph. And its new low is going to be somewhere in here. So I assume it's going to hover in the 48, maybe down, it might even reach down here to 39 to 48, but I think it's not going to go below 44, in my opinion, and 48. So it's going to hover right in here. Here's a new bottom, and I know that there's companies out there buying, so this might be where you're going to see it touch down here, like in the 45 to 48 range. If you get in there, it's going to be golden because you're going to see it like touch down a little bit and pop. It's going to probably pop back up from some company, maybe, you know, Visa or somebody just waiting to get in. And then we're going to hear news next week about, you know, X company gets in and blah, 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 blah. So that's where you're going to see that happen, is in this week here. You're going to see some kind of news in that regard. So look for that. Again, I'm only short Bitcoin. Ethereum, I don't know if that's going to have the same drop that Bitcoin's having because, again, Bitcoin has been kind of the rock star, right? So Ethereum has just caught up. And XRP, again, they are going to get out of their legal mess. And there's a whole lot of it to the SEC happening in their trial and posts and everything. And people are getting excited. And when people get excited, they start investing. Notice how their drop kind of stymied. They went up to $1 something. That popped down here 93 cents. I bought here. I bought up at the $1.10. I thought it was going to go all the way up to $3 today. But we'll see what happens. I thought that was going to happen, but you know, I was wrong, and so I just got a hold now. So I bought XRP on my regular assets as well as on margin. So I have XRP on both. And then in stocks, I lost 5,000 today, but most of that is related to Baba. And that's why Baba, I'm going to fight my way back. This is what I call fighting in the stock game. You got to fight your way back. So Shopify, Jesus. Hope I didn't spend $11,000 on that option. I bought it, I bought it months ago. So that's my biggest hitter. Hopefully my next Shopify is going to rock it up. Same with Fiverr. I had great confidence in those fibers, not until May 21st, so I'm happy there. That I'm fine with that. But I'm getting a little squeamish with Shopify. I thought this week would be the week. Next week's supposed to be really good. So what I'm going to do to counteract this is buy more Shopify, buy another option of Shopify to end of May to get myself out of the hole. So I may lose on this one, but maybe I'll make it all back by the end of May. And then maybe I'll even buy another one until next year, depending on how much that's going to be. It's pretty expensive. Then Baba, same thing. That is down only 5%. Still my biggest loser because of my biggest holding right now, because I know that has the biggest upside for me as far as a solid company. So that's why I put such a position there. And then, of course, Disney and Caterpillar. Caterpillar is my favorite, guys. Caterpillar is still my favorite. It's down a little bit today, but man, it's going to keep going up. So Cat, you can see my biggest holdings: Baba, Cat, Qualcomm, Disney, TMV. Qualcomm had a little bit of dip, but not as much as before. That's because it hit its bottom. So it's time to ride it on up. And as I've been saying, I'm going to add more to RYCEY. I am now at $15,000 in holdings for Rolls-Royce. And that's going to have my biggest upside. So I'm probably going to add another $5,000 during this dip, since it seems we're still in a dip before it rockets back up. So probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I'm looking to see a little bit more of a dip, and then I'm going to buy some more. In any case, so thanks for watching. Let's go stop that record. So as always, thank you for watching. StartTrading.com. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. As always, get it. Get after it. Get out there, buy some stocks, and start trading if you haven't already. StartTrading.com. Go learn how to trade. Learn the terminology, the fundamentals. Learn not just from me, but from other people on YouTube. It's free learning. StartTrading.com, though, we have great free learning on it. So look forward to hearing from you. And as always,